Yep, should be.
Switch the stream over.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we got Chaos on Mission 17. Just dealt with the pit bulls. The apartment complex said it couldn't take it with you, so had to deal with it.
All right, we're gonna get this kind of switched over here.
Heading up into the Agnes fight. We'll see if she can get the distorted just straights.
And Scruff will be taking over for a little bit while DMC4 wraps up and DMC Reboot gets started.
Hey, what's up, gamers?
Hello, gamer.
I will be dipping out for a bit. I'm going to add you to the layout here, Scruff, and I'll be back.
Yep, sounds good.
And I'm really curious what kind of time Run got.
Who said that?
Really saw it look like. She missed the first just straight with the distortion. Let's see.
I think Ren was only like 4 or 5 minutes off his PB, which is pretty sick.
Sub 1 hour then, I guess.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Not a bad fight.
Right on cue.
From Chaos. Just a little sloppy at the end.
Ooh.
But
Yeah,
all
took
good.
a lot of damage, but she got through.
Got Anemone going. Yep.
Yeah, so on Anemone's screen here, he's mostly working through these Bathos enemies. You can kind of manipulate their movement a bit by pointing the camera away from them. It's kind of like the DMC5 thing, where you want to ideally have your camera facing forward the whole time, so that way they kind of move in front of you, but they're a huge pain in the ass. Luckily, he got through them okay.
Scruff, do you know this game? What the fuck am I looking at? This guy's cheating.
Yeah, so this is any percent, so that means we get to do the carnival or Ferris wheel skip here, which means both runners are going to be traversing out of bounds there. It looks really jank, but I think they both found a pretty consistent way to get through it. You basically just go out of bounds and skip like 2 or 3 fights, so it saves a lot of time here.
That's what's up. Last reboot's cool.
Lost. Oh shit.
Jokes aside, I haven't actually seen this run, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, I think what really makes Reboot interesting is mostly the movement and also the way you clear rooms. Like here in this room coming up, you usually just kind of exploit the saw blades on the side. You're using your hacker combos and ideally launching them into the blades, so that way they just kind of get killed instantly. A lot of rooms just kind of exploit the environment like this, and I think that's probably something that's pretty unique to Reboot. Most other games don't do that too often in the DMC series.
Yeah, there really aren't any environmental kills in any of the other games, but from what I have seen, Reboot's pretty heavy on those.
Oh yeah, you'll see later on in this run when we start unlocking more weapons like the demon pull. We can just pull like Bathos enemies towards us and launch them into pits.
Ooh, excellent fight from Chaos, by the way, on Xavier there. Better than Ren. Wash.
Yeah, she's looking pretty good on this run, actually.
Yeah, 57 going into 19. Only 2 missions left. It's like low 103 or something. If I'm guessing correctly. If she gets good RNG on the final bosses and stuff.
Pretty close to a PB for her.
Yeah, this is great.
It might be. And Anemone's just... Oh, he does get the 1 cycle. Nice. Ideally there, for that boss Anemone just fought, you want to kill it before it jumps back, but it's all good as long as the cutscene doesn't activate, because then you lose like 30 seconds just waiting to hit that boss's saw blade and...
It's Agni and Rudra.
Kill it. Yeah, pretty much.
Basically.
So for mission 2 here for Anemone, he's going to be picking up Stinger 2 just for a little bit of movement. Because we don't have access to a lot of the other movement options like Angel Evades. Also, this mission for Reboot is a little bit slow. There's a lot of these like kind of unskippable cutscenes and these like really long tunnel sequences that act as transitions. So
telling me he's not gonna go out of bounds and skip all this stuff? Man.
Unfortunately, I wish we had a skip for this mission.
That would be sick. Chaos with a great burial.
Nice.
Hopefully the frog is as kind.
Tough guy.
I think Chaos had some pretty good burials this run, didn't she?
Yep. Yeah, all 3 of them were perfect.
Nice. Yeah, usually that's a sour point for her, I think.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that she pulled it out in this run.
And the frog is trolling. Classic.
Ooh.
Yep. Troll face. Surprised she didn't opt to go for the max bet. But she'll force him out of that pretty fast here, I think. Or he'll just come out. That works. Oh, the frog. I can hear her now.
Oh, he's being so uncooperative.
This fucking frog. This is definitely a feels bad man.
So just one thing to note on Anemone's screen here, now that we have access to the Arbiter, we can kind of clear out some of these more difficult enemies a bit easier. Basically, you just do this one attack that slams enemies into the air, and it's really useful for the shield enemies, because otherwise you'd have to just run behind them and just kind of launch them into the air manually, but that's a little bit slower. So you'll see Anemone do that here.
This is not Definitive Edition, right? Or is this a Definitive Edition?
It is Definitive Edition, yep.
Okay, but it's like unpatched, like broken any %, right?
It
Or
is
is this-
patched, but like
Yeah.
none of the glitches have been patched in this version.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll still see a bunch of out-of-bounds skips, like Infinite Climb. Toro's going to be doing Infinite Climbs just because he's more used to it. Anemone's going to be doing some NMG strats because he's more comfortable with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they fixed one version of Infinite Climb
Where am I?
in like going over to Definitive Edition, but
Am I dreaming?
they left in another version of it that Toro actually found by disabling lock-on and making it so that gun special is not mapped to square and X, which allows us to do the angel version of Infinite Climb.
Oh no, Chaos is trolling.
Oh no, did she hit the wrong dice?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
That, we call that trolling.
Out you
That's
come.
unfortunate. All good. I did that shit like 6 times yesterday.
Or we could just say it's BM from her. She knows the rest of Team Rebellion's got this in the bag.
There you go. There you go. She's like, all up to you, Toro. Infinite climb up this leaderboard real fast.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, Toro is kind of a beast. Not to put pressure on him, but, you know, he good.
Now, all the pressure. It's all up to you, Toro. Scruff is saying he can't make up the lead. Oh wait, no, we're already in the lead. You're on my team.
Yeah, that's right. We are rooting for our boy Anemone, though, since we're both Team Yamato.
Of course.
They're here! They found us!
What the hell happened here?
We've got to get out.
I mean, you know, unofficially. Not on the comms. Gonna be unbiased, obviously.
Yeah.
He's just pulling him into the air and then just letting them fall their deaths. That's
Yeah,
traumatic.
now that we have the demon pull, we can do things like that. It's pretty useful for environmental kills, but you'll also see in Mission 3 coming up here, it allows us to skip a pretty big fight and some platforming. At the start of Mission 3, I'll explain more of that, but it's really useful. It's also something pretty unique to Reboot. It's kind of like Snatch.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of like a skip that you didn't see any of the DmC Forerunners do because they're actually good at the game. But you can do it on Savior boss fight mission where you grab a Scarecrow with Snatch and then jump cancel off of him, and you can just use that to like infinitely climb up to the top of the arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like the only person that does it. It saves like 2 seconds, but you have to buy enemy step with Nero, which is just not worth it. So, but it is really cool. You can do very similar things, but unfortunately, there's no unlimited pits to drop the enemies in on DmC4. So you just have to build them.
Speaking of killing, looks like Chaos is finally about to kill this Pope here.
It's taking him right back to the senior center.
Sending him back to the Vatican.
Yeah. And then back in my day, we didn't have a manual lock on target. Like, all right, old man, time to go to sleep.
A blue rose.
Ooh. That is one thing I love about DmC 4 runs. The killing animations are just so much better than any other game in the series.
So good.
At least in the speedruns.
And that is gonna be time for Chaos. 103.12. Hog. I'm assuming that's load remover. But that's pretty solid. That's pretty close to her PB. So very excellent performance from Chaos. GG's. Which means we're gonna get Toro here up and running on the reboot. Quite a lead for Team Yamato right now. Roughly like 11 to 12 minutes. Looking at Anemone splits, but nothing that can't be made up.
Yeah, the thing with Team Rebellion here is they do have a bit of an advantage coming into the late game of this race here. Toro is the world record holder of Reboot, and Cosmic currently has the record in 5, so in theory it should be shaping up to be a close race.
Do you know what the gap is between like Anemone and Toro in terms of time on their PBs? Is that bigger than like Loner and Dan? Because I know that was like a bigger gap, for sure.
I think in any percent it's about 5 minutes.
Okay,
I know
I know
Toro recently got a 109, and Anemone I think he also just got a 114. So they both PB'd pretty recently.
Cool. Okay. Nice.
Who said that?
I think if you're gonna see a big comeback from Team Rebellion, it's gonna happen this game.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm getting out of here.
So as you can see, Chaos basically completed like 3 missions in DmC 4, and Anemone's still on mission 2. That's how long this mission is compared to like most DmC missions. But the good news is now Anemone has a whole bunch of the main toolkit that we're going to be using for most of the speed run. We got our Demon Pull, we got our Osiris, we've got our Arbiter, and now we're coming into mission 3 on his screen, where he's going to be using Enemy Step to just get up to a cutscene trigger and save a bunch of time.
You remember this place?
Cosmic is officially trolling because he didn't put the reboot runners on the list for the streams to watch. So.
Oh, tree.
Get lost. Oh shit!
Oh, he didn't put the streams for the reboot runners on the team stream list on the commentary section. He forgot reboot existed.
Excellent. Good.
Didn't we all?
Yeah, most people do.
Thank you.
Sick.
Getting the hang of this.
Yeah, so this one's going to be interesting because... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna stay on for reboot, guys.
Sick. So one of the things I'm really looking forward to in this run is kind of the differences between the way Toro and Anemone approach running Reboot. Anemone was telling me earlier, Anemone does some things different, like he does the NMG skip for the Bathos in Mission 5. They have some different room clears in Mission 18, and Anemone also opts into more buying more Devil Stars just to make his run a bit safer. So it sounds to me like Toro kind of goes for more riskier plays, and we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think that what you're gonna see the dynamic of this race is gonna be Toro is just kind of gonna outclass Anemone in a lot of spots and just be way more consistent overall. But Anemone is probably gonna play it a little bit safer and just try to maintain the lead that their team has. So I think if Toro really wants to make up a lot of this time, he can't really rely on Anemone making any big mistakes because he's gonna play really safe. So he kind of needs to go for broke and go all out, which is he's in the perfect opportunity to do because, well, this is his game. So
Yeah, nicely done by Toro there. He got the one cycle on the boss. Didn't get the cutscene, so pretty clean from him. Coming up in Mission 4 here on Anemone's screen, I believe we're going to see another infinite climb skip from him. Oh, okay, no, he's just going to do it straight up. Oh, okay, no, I see what happened. Yeah, he wanted to do the skip, but then realized he activated the encounter there, so he's just resetting, so he can actually do the infinite climb skip. I think that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. So infinite climb here, like basically, it looks really weird, but he just kind of throws his like demon pull and levitates into the air, and eventually he's gonna get high enough so that he can jump over the trigger for this encounter, and he won't have to do the fight.
Reboot Dante a little goofy.
Yeah, there we go.
It's goofy. Yeah,
I'm
gonna be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so even though Anemone did have to restart the level there, he still saved quite a bit of time from not having to do the fight. So now he's going to do, I think there's 3 of these that we do in Mission 4. So he got the second one. He's going to drop down here, and now he's going to move over to the left, and we got one more infinite climb coming up here. Worth noting that the IC, infinite climb skips, they're, for me at least, they're really hard on the hands. So both of these runners can do it pretty consistently, which is very impressive to me at least. And just a little bit of platforming here on Anemone's side, and he should be good. There's one more fight there where Anemone is, and he just completely skipped it. Also coming up on a Toro screen here, you'll see more of what I was talking about earlier with Arbiter being very useful against these knight enemies with the shield. Without having demon pull at this point in the run, it's really hard to deal with these enemies, so we just want to knock them up into the air and clean them up. This is also one section on Anemone's screen here where Osiris is really useful because you get the prop shredder effect that you saw from DmC 4. It's really useful against those frost enemies because they kind of have a shield, and some of their abilities can't really be stunned when they're in the animation, so prop shredder just kind of mows through them. Here we got the big, another blob enemy. I actually forget what this enemy's called on Anemone's screen here, but the way you have to kill them is you get behind them and demon pull their back until they hit the ground, and then they're kind of in a vulnerable state. They can't really be damaged too much otherwise, so we have to get behind them to do damage.
Okay, so what else?
So next on Anemone's screen here, you're gonna see something called the Bathos skip. And it's a little bit similar to what we just did in Mission 3, where we kind of pull a Bathos towards us, and we jump up onto a platform to trigger a cutscene. Except in this mission, what we're going to do is we're going to pull this Bathos into a crate and have him fly into the area where the encounter is, and then we're going to enemy step off of him until we jump over the trigger for the encounter, and then just kind of angel glide over it. A little bit similar to Mission 4, where we use the infinite climb. I think Toro's going to be using Infinite Climb and not doing the Bathos stuff there, but I'm actually not sure. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Once you're in limbo, all you have to do is retrace your steps back in this room.
Should be easy enough.
Maybe. But the demons may sense
All right,
you
I've
once you're in
returned for
limbo.
a little
Stay
bit.
alert.
Once I reach the mixing
Welcome
room,
back.
Yeah.
You'll be able to descend
So-
deep down into the factory.
kill me a succubus.
It's actually weird, I think, how like even turbo doesn't affect that that walking section there with Dante. It's like it just barely makes the end of that voice line.
Yeah.
So strange.
What took you so long?
So Emity's going to pull... oh, wait. Oh, is he going to go... Yeah, okay, so yeah, he's going to pull the Bathos here. I thought he was going to do the IC version of the skip. So he jumps over the trigger. Nicely done. Yeah, that's
These
basically
triggers are really
perfect.
low to the ground.
Yeah, you don't have to get that high up. And I think the way Toro does that is with IC, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think usually he prefers to do the IC version.
For him, he's probably just more used to doing the any percent strats in general rather than NMG.
Yep, for sure. Also, this
Oh, yeah.
this checkpoint reset here, this is actually mandatory. Otherwise, you'll soft lock the game after completing this fight.
Yep. Yeah, you have to do that.
It's so nice that you can actually hit the Crayola enemies with the other weapons in this version of the game. It doesn't just stop you. I'm pretty sure, like, most of the time, it's actually beneficial just to hit them with the heavy weapon, even if they're an angel, right? Like, it just does a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use Arbiter a lot in the
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, it like going into definitive, it actually like decreased the variety of some strats because now like Osiris, there's just no reason to use it. You know, outside of like launching an enemy for an easy stun on the angel weapon enemies. But like before, that was the only way that you could damage them. You know, on vanilla. But now we just don't have to do that.
Yeah, angel enemy comes out and you're just like, fuck you, hit him with the giant axe.
Yup, exactly.
Well, yeah, now we know why they're color-coded.
And like I don't remember if you talked about this, Scruff, but we actually do like combo offsets in this game a lot, where instead of going through the entire Arbito combo for Trinity Smash, we'll use the first 2 hits of Rebellion and then go into the Trinity Smash or the you know the last attack of that combo with Arbiter, and that will just allow us to just pump out tons of damage really quickly with Trinity Smash.
Yeah, offset in this game is just super useful. And it's also, I think, pretty unique to this game.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't know if a lot of action games really have that in general.
I think well to an extent Bayonetta
Dodge
has it.
offset, yeah.
But then, like Solstice, which came out recently, which is very much is like a spiritual successor to this game in terms of mechanics, also has that same sort of offset.
So which one of you fat asses wants to be Nimbo's biggest loser?
Oh my goodness, what was that? He just phased through the enemy. Oh boy. Alright.
Yeah, that's a good example of offset right there. He does the first 2 attacks with Rebellion and then finishes it off with Arbiter.
Okay? That looks
Lots of damage.
You remember this place?
Can I just say how nice it is that the shop is like super fast menus?
Yeah, right. So
Coming
this
from
is-
like DMC 3 and 4 where you're fucking stuck in the menu forever.
here's the other thing, right, is that like so if you use one analog stick to move the menus, it will be like the same speed, but you can actually use both analog sticks to move it twice as fast.
That's wild. That's some nerd shit.
Yeah, it's I forget who actually told us about that, but it was probably Toro. But
Probably.
yeah, like you can just literally like hold down on both analog sticks and it will just and just go right to the bottom or wherever you need it to go.
Yeah, the menu in this game's super nice. I wish we had it in 5, honestly, because 5, like, there's a delay every time you pop into it. So, like, sometimes I've literally just straight up booted up the next mission because the game wouldn't register my D-pad hitting down to go to the customized section. I hate it.
Dude, the menus in 5 are rough. I don't know how it is
got-
on Special Edition, but like in the vanilla PC, it's like I'm out here like waiting for like 10, 15 seconds before I can move in the menu.
Eating a granola bar in between button
Yeah.
presses, you know? Like, it got better on Special Edition, but man. Alright, so here is the prom date. The secret ingredient. Anemone just doing the slow walk into the demon dodge. He is feeling it.
Nice. That's some Giga Chad stuff.
You can actually just, like, there's such an energy to the way that, like, Anemone plays, like, versus Toro. Toro is so, like, controlled and calm and you know, just, like, he's got, like, this very soothing, like, these soothing runs to watch. But then, like, you know, Anemone just slow walks on the boss and just, like, toasts him. It's just like, damn, young man.
Damn, yeah. And so, what's he doing there with the demon walk? That's like, you
The
do like
demon
a
dodge.
timed dodge, and
Yep.
then that makes your demon attacks do more damage for a certain amount of time. I'm guessing.
So Demon Dodge
Something like that?
just multiplies like how much damage you're gonna deal from any given attack. So
Gotcha.
we use it to like you Demon Dodge here, and then you'll just do a ton of damage to her. Especially like you know the Trinity Smash here just totally decimates all of her health bar, especially on human. And that you just can make short work of her. And then there's some platforming. There's actually like a sort of a mini skip here, because where he goes, you know what your problem is? You're too clingy, but if you like hit her just right with the prop, then he'll just go, you know what your problem is? And then you just never find out what her problem is, and she just like, she just falls off
just
the
dies.
edge. Yeah, she just dies. So let's see if he actually gets it. Also, Toro with the infinite climb here. Very clean.
You know what your problem is?
You know what your problem is? Nothing. Just done.
She'll never know. That's like even more emotional damage.
Dante just rolling in with the psychic damage.
Toro's ICs are so clean. I don't think he's dropped a single time in either of these.
So when we were talking about trying to implement turbo for this run, which you can't actually do turbo for this because max mashing speed does not actually like allow you to do infinite climbs. Toro even said, "I'm not going to use it." He's like, "I don't want to. I don't need to." And like, yeah, I don't think I've seen anybody in the entirety of this game that has as clean of infinite climbs as Toro.
Yeah, he just did it 3 times in a row. Didn't drop once. What a legend.
Those Klonoa runners, dude. He runs Klonoa too. Did I mention that? Like this dude's speedrun resume is like some of the most varied. Like he has just the most random game selections. It's like this game, Genji Dawn of the Samurai, and like Klonoa series. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, and he's like the best at all of them too.
Yeah, exactly. Anemone going for the infinite climb here. Toro using the parry frames on Prop Shredder as well to hit that ice attack back at the Angel Knight. Or the Frost Knight, I'm sorry.
Nicely done by Anemone there. That IC can be a little bit tricky. The other way to do that too, the NMG strat, is to pull one of the enemies, and then you go to the left out of bounds, and then just maneuver your way through some buildings, but neither runner is going to be doing that.
Yep. Also something to note too, the style ranks in this game actually have like stat bonuses tied to them. So when you get like S or SS, you get like a 5% speed up, I think, and like a 5% attack boost. So maintaining style ranks during like the middle of combat has a very tangible reward, and you can just kill enemies faster, especially during like certain scenarios. Also, here's an IC from Anemone. Uh-oh. I think he's got this.
Oh, this is a pretty big one too. It
Oh,
saves
yeah.
a lot of time.
I think he's got it. Nice. And you gotta climb this one here too. Yeah, you gotta like get inside the bounding box here.
Okay, I think.
You said you've been here before.
Yes, but it was during an out-of-body
I love the sound effect here too.
I'm flying around in spirit form.
It sounds like a Castlevania whip a little bit.
Sort of like how Virgil's sword in this game sounds like he's cutting pool water.
How did you do it before?
Yeah.
It was triggered. It was not common.
That was he just loaded in there too. So it's interesting the way that you do a lot of these skips is actually also dependent on like your console too. They're like each console, and I don't mean like each individual console. I just mean the type of console, like PS4 or PS5 or Xbox, the different Xboxes. They all have different ways that they load in and how fast they load in certain levels. So you kind of have to learn slightly different timings for some of the skips and how the levels load in order to do them. It's going to make short work of the harpies here, too, with a few aerial raves into the down punch.
He's got the fucking Hulk hands now. Got the upgrade.
The fire Hulk hands, dude.
So Toro's going to be coming up on the Mission 5 skip here. I'm curious to see if he does the IC version or the Bathos version.
The IC sinking right now. This game is goofy.
And clean from Toro. And Anemone2.
Heck yeah.
How catastrophic is messing up some of these skips?
Extremely, depending on which one it is. This one in particular, the one that Anemone's on, super catastrophic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like some GG shit.
And let me tell you, like, doing the infinite climbs on this level saves maybe like 1.5 minutes or something. Like,
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was.
that was almost GG, but he was going right into the cutscene trigger, so.
I know some of the DmC 5 skips
Oh,
are
that's awesome.
pretty insanely punishing.
Yeah, that's on some
To
GG
miss.
shit. Yep.
Yeah.
But, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, basically.
Yeah. Gig is it, but like 6 times.
Yep. No,
Yeah,
that's
and,
hella fair.
Not 3-frame trick, but
I never thought about that, actually. It's like, dang, you have to have a specific setup for Gigazip and then do a 3-frame trick.
yeah, exactly.
It's kind of
At least the
crazy,
AI is
yeah.
consistent.
That's
Like-
true. At least the setup's consistent. God, I'm tired.
I was like setting it up, and I'm like, I could miss it, but like miss it in the way where I void out, and then I'm completely fucked because I don't have any saves. And then I hit it, and I was like, okay, thank God. I was like, because if you do it at the wrong angle, you'll zip through the wall and you just like fly out into the void, then you're just boned. I guess you can restart mission, but
Yeah, something like
Oh.
that. Or you could just do like restart room or whatever if you had style switcher on. I was
Yeah.
If Heist and Simo had wanted to do that, I would have been fine with them doing that. To be
yeah,
honest.
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
Yeah, but I think that they both just preferred to like do it without Gigazip. So
Yeah. Well, I'm washed, so I'm like, I know I can do this trick. Now the rest of the game,
it's like, I don't know, fam. I like how Simo just has gotten. He has like that run has evolved so much, and he's gotten so good at it that I think he beat his old RTA worth. Like the one without
got the
Gigazip.
103. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He
It
beat
was
that
like a
old one.
103.40 or
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Mhm.
He got like a 103.20 today.
Yep.
I think
Yeah,
it's wild.
and that's just on
Just like a year and a half ago,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Like
wild.
in a reset, beat the RTA record. And he didn't even do Gigazip. Fucking mad lad.
This is one of the hard ones right here for the infinite climbs on Anemone's screen. Just have to do a backwards dodge as well off of the infinite climb.
I couldn't see most of it because I got a Papa John's pizza.
Oh dang! And
Bro.
people make fun of me for having Twitch Turbo. We'll see who
Hey,
laughs
I don't think
last.
anyone knows what Twitch Turbo is. How are they gonna make fun of you about it?
That's fair. But I guess ignorance is bliss. So.
I guess so. I don't know. I just don't get ads.
Really?
I guess my ad block just started working or something.
Oh,
But,
that's
like,
pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would never use ad block. That's terrible.
Yeah, you don't see ads with Turbo. This is actually why I purchased Turbo, was for events like this, because I did not want to deal with mid-rolls on anybody's stream.
Good call.
You're just Alright, so waifu here on his DMC1, and then you get hit with the ad incentive program.
It's like, so Papa John's Pizza's orb economy is in shambles.
You get hit with ads, dude. Like, fucking. You got 7 ads, 80 seconds. Like, Oh.
You just see Papa John going, "The day of reckoning is coming," and then it pops into like Dante going, "I'm your prom date, you ugly sack of shit." It's
Oh
just
my
like that would just be a double dose of ugly.
Papa John failed the no damage at the CEO meeting, and he needs your help.
Oh my god. I think Papa John's favorite DMC game is
Maybe it's DmC 3 just because of the intro.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Better ingredients, better pizza.
Could you imagine
Gigazip.
if, like, you know how Code Geass has, like, the Pizza Hut sponsorship? So there's, like, Pizza Hut boxes all over the place because, like, the main girl likes pizza so much. Imagine if DMC3 had, like, a pizza sponsorship and there's, like, Papa John's pizzas all over Dante's office.
Oh my god. Also,
That should be hilarious.
Also, we finally have Devil Trigger here now in the run for Anemone, and Toro's wrapping up Succubus. I forgot her name for a second, and we're gonna get another skip here. So that's gonna skip one, like one other fight that we would have to do otherwise. This one's kind of finicky because you have to land on the angel's head.
Yeah, then you just got an angel boost up there.
Yep.
Also, Anemone posting in the chat while running. He mentioned in the DmC Speedrun server that after that fight when he just got Devil Trigger, he jumped off the map to skip the slow-mo animation. I didn't actually know about that.
Actually,
so
interesting. Yeah.
saves a bit of time. Yeah, because you notice at the end of every fight in this game, there's a bit of like the slow-mo animation. So
It's epic,
kinda saves
bro.
that.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh.
Ooh.
A little bit of time loss here, but Toro moving into mission 7 with the Hulk hands. Boom! Anemone does get the skip. All right, very nice.
There you go.
And so now this is going to be him just dunking these sirens and other enemies just into the floor. Just sending them right into the drink. Bam. Boom. And then he's going to use Devil Trigger to disable the shield from the witch. And then the harpies are going to go down as well. Bam. You love to see it.
Yeah, nicely done. That angel head skip can be very, very finicky, so he did pretty well, all things considered.
Absolutely.
Of all the tricks to mess up, it's probably one of the better ones.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
super catastrophic or anything.
Yep.
Yeah, if you void out,
The
you
game
just
doesn't
kinda
like
get
crash,
right
like
back there.
send the cops to your house or anything. You're chilling.
Gonna have to take a detour.
That does open up a window for Toro to save some time though when he gets to mission 9.
Very nice, yeah. It's true, it's true.
Whatever you are.
That's pretty true.
Little by little, we do it.
Also, I love the scenery in mission 10 on Anemone screen. This is probably like some of the coolest level design in the series.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Is like whenever I'm running this game, like I'm never actually bored by the levels that I'm going through. You know, it's like everything's just constantly evolving. And just
Are they
changing
on the
around.
same level now?
No, they're about 3 missions apart.
Okay.
Yeah, Toro's on mission 7 and Anemone is on mission 10.
I mean, he's on Channel 3.
It's true, he is.
He's on Fox News.
Raptor News Network, excuse you.
Oh.
With my favorite host.
Legally distinct Fox
Yeah,
News.
right. My favorite host. Man, I almost changed around the T and the C there, and that would have been terrible to say. So think about that if you switch around the T and the C in Tucker Carlson. But anyway, moving on into legally distinct Bill O'Reilly. They're funny enough, on Definitive Edition, they actually made it so that this guy gets to play the game all the time because you basically have to like bonk those buttons or whatever, and on vanilla, whenever you bonked the buttons, he would get stunned. But on this version, he doesn't actually. So the old versions, this used to be like a totally free boss fight, but now there's like a small amount of variance in it. This is also sort of like a like an auto-scroller sort of boss. A lot of people like this boss fight for like the presentation aspect of it, but it's very much just like another succubus type fight. But the presentation I think is pretty top notch.
Yeah, it's definitely different for better or worse.
Toro also getting those infinite climbs going right now. You can see the train here also that's like loaded off to the side.
Between the ages of
It's
11
a demon
and 15,
train.
he broke out of no less than 8 youth detention facilities, often mounting brutal, humiliating attacks against the prison officers just doing their jobs. Between 16 and 17, he became involved in gangs, drug peddling, and is believed to be responsible for over
Oh wow, I didn't realize the trigger for that room on Toro's screen was that far away.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like,
Crazy.
that definitely saved a few seconds there.
rampantly spreading sexual disease.
It's a big ass room.
Right? It's a big ass trigger. Excuse you.
Story. Bob. Do you think that Bob Barker's favorite fast food restaurant is Chick-fil-A?
Probably. I'm gonna just. I think that's a pretty safe bet. He might be a Papa John's fan though. Although he might actually like Pizza Hut too.
Maybe.
He might be a Pizza Hut guy. Of course, you know, the Enlightened's favorite restaurant is. Well, I was gonna say Los Pollos Hermanos, but you know that works too.
Oh, the Helmbreaker pieces.
Oh, yes, sir.
Shit. Oh shit.
I saw one girl like beg for her life. But, like,
Dialogue in this
said he
section,
was gonna
dude.
kill me anyway.
I saw one girl like beg for her life.
Totally.
Let me actually refresh Toro's thing right here too. Okay, we get a couple of frame drops here, but shouldn't be too terrible. Yep, seems like things are stabilized now.
Dude, I checked the time and I got the curtain closed in my room. I'm like, oh my god, it's midnight? That's great. Like, oh, it's noon. Oh, I just woke up really early. I'm like, I'm tired.
We will find you. We will destroy you.
It looks like Toro has a pretty good,
This is Bob
he's had a
Barnes
pretty
of the
good mission
Record
8
News
here.
Network. Just doing God's
Pretty
work.
clean.
That's doing god.
Just doing God's work. Toro also taking like a little bit of an interesting route through the rest of that mission.
I agree, Yang. These speedrunners should be faster. If only they played better, then the event would be over sooner.
You know, that's fair.
Whoa, he's cheating. Tor just went through a wall. Didn't even hit the thing.
Oh, is he gonna go for it? I think he might be going for Frozen Glide.
Ooh, let's see. Oh?
Oh? He got it! Oh, he did it, dude. What a legend.
What the fuck?
Is it gonna work though? Okay, never mind. It's not gonna work. Unfortunate. That is called Frozen Glide. Basically, if you get against a wall and start firing Ebony and Ivory, Dante will, he will get stuck in that one position, and you can just kind of fly through the area infinitely that way. And this leads to a shortcut to where you skip the witch fight, and then you just drop right onto grabbing the DT insignia.
At least he went for it. I
Yeah.
respect the hell out of him for
Oh
doing
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Same here.
I think this game definitely has the most glitches out of any DMC run.
Yeah, definitely. The whole game just gets folded in half, basically, and not like in the level design way, like DMC4 does, just like in the in the glitches way.
Yeah, that is one reason why I appreciate the fact that both runners agreed to do any percent here instead of NMG. NMG is definitely the more like consistent and safer run, but any percent's certainly flashier and more interesting. So
It's a more unique showcase.
Yeah,
Which is
absolutely.
cool because an event like this, like, you get to show off everything that makes each game unique.
Yep. It's definitely the. I believe that this was actually the first game to have oops discovered of any of the DMCs. And you know, as things evolved and people got better at the game, like once there was sort of like a new wave of reboot runners coming in, and Toro kind of like headed that up. There was, as well as somebody named A Fox, who was a German runner. There was a lot of, you know, tech that kind of came out and just more time saves being found everywhere in the game. You know, once one thing was known, it kind of opened the door to just everything else. Like, what else can we climb on, and where else can we do infinite climbs, and what other geometry isn't actually there?
Yep.
Like this walking section right here, you're just going to see him sort of wedge himself in between the geometry. And then he's going to be...
First try.
Yep, and he's going to be climbing on like an unfinished texture as well once he gets out of bounds here. Yeah, here he goes. He's going to... This is an unfinished pillar texture. Or like just a stock one. And then just jumping right on over here. This saves, I think, I don't know, 30 seconds or something. And then he's just going to be able to go straight to where Cat is being accosted.
Oh, I feel like it probably saves a little bit more than that, actually. Because
Probably more like
this
a minute.
mission is very slow, even in NMG, just because there's a lot of walking sections, and like you can't progress until Cat sprays those like really weird spray paint cans made of like I don't even know what they're made of.
Demon paint. I don't know.
Why did they have to kill everyone?
Yeah, but you can't do anything until she sprays those walls. So it's nice to see these skips because this mission kind of sucks otherwise.
It's true.
I'd say this mission and mission 15 are probably the least interesting in the run, but we will see some cool fights coming up here on Anemone screen.
Yep. As Toro gets ready to move into the Bob Barbas fight.
Repressed, not forgotten.
Yeah, repressed. There's knowledge that I didn't need to know while playing this game.
There's a demon dodge out of that explosion from the butcher as well.
From the
The tumor.
the game.
Oh, the gamer. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Anemone being the game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can also skip a lot of the waiting on these sections as long as you just interact with the shops here. Man, that chainsaw guy just always trolls Anemone.
Yeah. I do like how he took his time there though and made sure to kill it on the next attempt. Didn't let that kind of balloon into a bigger time loss.
Definitely.
Now what we have here is some truly shocking footage. The terrorist, known as Dante, at the Bellevue Pier recently. So what do we know about this guy?
So then we're finally going to get a different gun in this game. We also got the Aquila earlier, by the way. That was a weapon that we got.
At age 8, he attacked and killed the head nurse at St.
And fun fact, so once you get the shotgun in this game, you've seen all the animations for every gun. Because Kablooey and the shotgun share all the same animations. However that works out.
Time for the gat.
The gat.
We actually don't really see it that often out of this mission, or outside of this mission.
That's true, yeah.
The Kablooey?
Kablooey is not seen at all in this run, unfortunately.
Oh, rip. That's what the gat was.
No, that's a shotgun. And we're also
Well,
gonna
you're
use the
gonna fall asleep during
shotgun.
your run.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
You're gonna get to the V section and just fucking fall asleep.
Yeah, it's
In the
true.
load screen. Just fucking.
Yeah, Cosmo, you want to just agree to like take a nap, like midway
Yeah.
through the run?
Right, exactly. I need a good like 20 minutes, dude, and then I will be absolutely Gucci.
It's okay, Dante. This is important.
I'm really retired, goddamn.
My bad.
This doesn't look good.
I like the DT there that Anemone did after knocking the rages into the pit. That was kind of sick.
Pure style.
Yep. And now, by the way, flashing lights warning. There was somebody that went to the level designers came to the director and said, do you want orange in this stage or flashing lights? And the director probably said yes. So there's going to be, for probably about like 30 seconds or so, a bunch of like strobing. So if you have if you're sensitive to light or anything, just look away for a second. Also, if you just don't like the color orange, you can look away because there's a lot of orange on the screen.
Country and worldwide.
The polar bit rate.
Yeah, it's just decimated right now.
It's only a matter of time. This is Bob Marvis of the Raptor News Network. Just doing God's work.
Just doing God's work. Refresh that feed. Ooh. And we are into mission 11 with Toro. So let's see how he does on the skip here. And once I stop yawning, Scruff, if you want to explain mission 11 skip here, because we didn't get a chance to explain it earlier.
Oh, on a Taro screen, yeah. So first he's going to pick up a few pretty important upgrades here. Buy-in, aerial buy-in. Those are just our abilities that pull enemies in towards us. It allows us to combine them with Arbiter pretty efficiently. Buy-in plus Arbiter is just generally a really sick combo. Because we group up all the enemies and then kill them in basically one shot. But for the infinite climb skip that Toro's about to do here, after the second fight coming up here on mission 11, he's basically just getting up on top of the geometry of the map and just carefully maneuvering out of bounds. And eventually he's just going to put him right near the end.
Play your games.
So we'll see if he can have another really clean showing here. So far he's been doing a really nice job. Oh, okay.
Unfortunate. Yep. Jinxed him.
Good job, Scruff.
That's okay. He's Team Rebellion.
Oh, wow. All right. I see how it is.
Okay, is this a different way of doing it?
Yep, that's a different way of doing it. That's the one that Anemone actually found. Yep.
Yeah, so the way I was talking about is how it used to be done, where you infinite climb all the way up there, but I guess now it's more efficient. It looks like we do some ices here, though.
Yep. Also, on Anemone's screen in a little bit here, there's going to be like a blue hallway that he's going to be in. And this is the only part of the game where randomly it will just cause you to go into non-turbo mode. And then you'll snap right back to turbo after it. I don't know why
This level
this
has
is-
blue in it?
Yeah, it's got some blue in it. It'll be coming up in a second. Also, there's
I don't think I'll ever
jammer.
be able to see another color again in my life.
So he's going to do this fight right here. And you'll see his character just get slower for a second after this like little bit right here.
Really clean fight from Anemone. That's probably one of my favorite combos, maybe in the whole series, is DT into aerial buy-in. Because it stuns all the enemies in the air, and then you just pull them towards you and finish it off with an aerial grave combo.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's a really good way of just dealing with some of the most annoying enemies in the whole game.
Yep. Toro with a clean mission 12 skip here as well. And then here's more blue. I feel very sorry for people that have some sort of color blindness that are watching the stream right now. Because this
The bitrate's even worse on the blue.
yeah, right?
That's wild.
I guess you could say the bitrate's feeling blue right now.
I guess so. Fuck.
Fuck.
R.I.P.
Throw him up. And he got the... Oh no, he didn't get the quick kill. I thought he was going to get the quick kill on the assassin here. So these are the Dreamweavers. And we got introduced to them on mission 11. But they're supposed to be like the rival, you know, fight of the game. But they don't really amount to anything more than a nuisance in the run.
It's Virgil.
I guess. You know. Yuck.
Discount Virgil.
Yeah. We got Virgil at home. Diet Virgil. Virgil 0 calorie.
The Kmart Virgil.
Virgil, the blue light special, would be fitting for this mission. He's going to take out the rages here as well. This is another thing with Definitive Edition, being able to damage those enemies with all those enemies, you know, with the axe. Super useful for making that room quicker. This baby fight actually here, we're going to be fighting Mundus' spawn. It's actually slower on Definitive Edition technically because you're forced into 3 phases of a fight. And on vanilla, you can just sort of like whack away at it until it's dead. But well, you know, once Lilith pops out here and you just kind of go to town, you're forced at certain points to, you know, go to the next phase. But on vanilla, that's not the case.
Yeah, it's a pretty canned fight. Not a whole lot
Yep.
changes. As long as you activate DT properly and do the right approach.
That baby looks like it came out of the can. They're like canned turkey. Ever see like one of those little canned chickens or whatever? That's what this baby looks like.
Are you saying that this baby is like the reproductive version of Campbell's Chunky Soup?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Virgil's about to make it into soup later.
True. And here we have the single worst mission ever.
I was gonna call it the best mission for the memes.
You know, that's
Mission
fair.
15?
Mission 15 is...
Why does Mission 15 always suck?
You know, that's a pretty good question. Although, I don't know, I feel like on Mission 15 in DMC 1 it's fun.
I like 15 in DMC 1, but I think that's the exception. 15 sucks in every other DMC game.
Well,
Wait, what's it in 5?
it's the Nero mission where you fight Malphus. Yeah,
Okay,
actually,
that mission's good. I
but-
guess it's kind of a toss-up.
but the boss fight's kind of scuffed. Yeah.
Yeah,
Speaking of canned chickens,
true.
Malphus fight. So what's so bad about this mission, dude? Don't you like scripted platforming sequences?
Totally.
This is
yeah.
fun.
That's why I played Bionic Commando 2009, my guy.
Yeah, it's just like God of War.
True.
I heckin' love God of War, dude. That shit.
Virgil does have a nice car, though. I mean, they gotta admit that.
That's true. Yeah, he does have the Virgil Mobile.
Driving a Tesla?
Probably. Explains why the auto driving is so bad.
It is just so weird to see Virgil driving a car, like especially after 5 when he's just cutting portals and traveling around like that.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, why?
And how many gold did 14?
Oh, nice.
But
So then Toro about to wrap up this fight right here on the nightclub. As Anemone heads into the building. This mission right here is actually pretty long that Anemone's on. Some of these missions are just like kind of long. To be
Yeah,
honest with
that
you.
is probably one negative aspect of this run. It is very good. Like, I personally enjoy it a lot, but the pacing could be a bit better on some of the missions.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you could basically fit mission 15 into... you could replay mission 15 like 5 times, and it'd still be just as long as mission 2, basically.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I think mission 2 is probably like a huge sort of like breaking point for a lot of people because like you spend so much time in that mission, especially when you're first getting used to the run. And Anemone gonna head up to fight the Dreamweaver here. Take it out. Blink and you'll miss it. It's gone.
Virgil will knock out the internal camera system.
And we're gonna see Toro go into non-turbo mode here in a minute too.
Dante, you will have to cross a sky
As
bridge
Anemone
to get
continues
into
to
the east
climb
wing.
the tower.
You will find the sky bridge along this path. Virgil will take over the servers in the west wing. He'll clear the way for you. Security going into the east wing is tight. You'll find yourself blocked. So don't try to cross it just yet.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
This
I do actually really like Dante in this game. In some respects, like he's kind of interesting.
recognition.
He's got a cool voice sometimes. Yeah.
One day, all of humanity.
He's a good meme, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
These poor
You know,
souls.
for sure. We're gonna see the slow mo here on Toro's screen, and then we're gonna snap right back to turbo.
Whatever you do, don't forget.
No turning back.
Now this room right here, Anemone is going to try and group all the enemies into a corner together and pull them in with Aquila. And then use the good old Arbiter Axe. Then, once the shield is off the witch, just gonna take her out. And bam. Take them down. Let's see if Toro can get the fast kill on the Dreamweaver here. Yeah, he gets the fast kill. Skips the cutscene.
I know. The demons will detect your presence in the east wing. Time to move out.
Goodness gracious.
Get that skim bag you call an ass.
Man, I'm tired, y'all.
Move.
I think we all are.
Yeah, dude. All I
Y'all are the
know-
ones that still gotta play though.
It's true.
Yep.
We're just gonna scuff everything, man. It's gonna be great. It's like, yeah,
It's gonna be the first all damage.
No,
a
that was-
single no damage in sight.
that would be my New Game Plus runs from launch right there. The 3-hour runs of New Game Plus on Devil Hunter.
West wing sky bridge.
Goodness gracious.
No one ever told you about Faust, huh?
No, we didn't. No, absolutely not. That was before the brokenness of Faust was discovered, actually.
Things will be pretty crazy.
We like routed for a week, you know, or 2 weeks, and
Didn't even know Faust is broken.
then Faust was discovered to be broken. It's like, oh, well, shit.
I like how it's not even like broken. It's just
Oppressive.
really like it's just supposed to be that strong.
Yeah, right.
They're just like, yeah, just insta kill the final boss. All good. Dante's finally as strong as Virgil for once.
screwed. And then here comes Drekovac, which is supposed to be the real, you know, rival fight, and then he just goes down and chump.
Just combo A. Oh no.
Excuse you, DT Pool combo A.
Yeah. R.I.P.
There's also a really cool skip actually coming up here for mission 17. You want to get that one, Scruff, or?
Yeah, so this one kind of involves enemy step. I'm not sure if you can do it with Infinite Climb, but basically you're gonna see an enemy head over to the right. There's gonna be a Frost Knight and I think a Hell Knight, the one with flames. And the way you do it in NMG at least is you kill the Flame Knight and you damage the Frost Knight enough until it has 1 HP, and then you just enemy step off it until you reach high enough. You kill it, you angel glide off to the left, and then you angel pull right up onto the platforms. And you skip basically every fight in the mission.
Also, nice gold again.
So we'll see how Anemone does it here. Nicely done.
Sheesh, that was clean.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that just skips minutes worth of fights.
Yeah. Yeah, and casually this mission takes forever, so it's a really important skip to land here.
Yeah, and if you don't kill those dudes, like, or if you don't like fight some of these mandatory fights, the fire will just never stop on this mission. So it's like really toxic.
It's like lit.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. Also, we go around the little bounding box here on this fight and just totally skip it entirely. That's the first green orb he's picked up the entire run, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because he's cheating.
Cheating.
Played the game correctly.
Yeah, I respect him playing this a little bit slow too. You know, he's going for the safety strats. He's not risking anything.
Yep. He knows his
Trying to
guy.
give me as much room as possible to fuck up DmC 5.
Yeah. You know, if he's got such a big lead still, like, if he just doesn't choke something catastrophically, then he puts you in a good position to choke.
You know it's fair. It's absolutely fair. Oh goodness. And so now
Time
we
to get a Red
solve.
Bull.
Yeah, we save where we solved the puzzle on this mission early on, and then we're gonna be able to do the rest of the mission.
Puzzle is who has the bigger dick, and apparently the answer is no.
It's true.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very true.
In each tongue.
And on Definitive Edition, actually, there used to be a skip for this level because they used to have stronger waves or like stronger mobs. Excuse me, I burped. They used to have stronger mobs on the outside here guarding the the unlock switches. But in this, they actually made them weaker, and then they added fights in the middle of the level. And what this did was it added a level trigger that's, like the ending cutscene to the level is now tied to a specific wave dying. And so now the skip that we could do on vanilla is no longer there, simply because they added in this level trigger, and they added the fights into the middle. Otherwise, this mission would literally be like 30 seconds long.
I think, personally, I love this mission because you get to see Dante kill literally every enemy in the game in one mission. You get to see basically the whole repertoire of Dante's mechanics.
That's true.
You get some DT aerial buy-in combos, you get some environmental kills, you get some Eric's kills in the Harpies, so you really just get to see a lot of variety here.
Definitely. I'm gonna have to dip out for 1 minute, y'all. Give me a bit.
Also, I will have to be dipping out as soon as Anemone completes this mission, so I can go ahead and get set up for my run.
Oh, shit.
So here we're just doing more DT exploits on Anemone's end. He's using that to deal with the Frost Knight because otherwise that one's pretty annoying. And then we use it again here to deal with the enemy with a big orb in his stomach. Otherwise that one can be a little bit slow because you have to wait for his attack to parry it. So it's easier to do it this way.
That's 2 online, Virgil.
Good. Rebooting.
Shall I line it up?
You can. Or you can get the other generators online. You.
Looks like Toro's having a pretty clean mission 16 so far. Hasn't had any really big mistakes in the combat so far.
Fuck off! One more.
So Anemone's got just one more room left to do after he gets through this main room. And then he should be heading into Mundus.
Up to floor 150.
Also, Toro's going to pick up Kablooey and then just totally ignore it because it's absolutely useless in this run. Unfortunately. It is a pretty sick design, but it's just not very useful in the run.
And there's a
Yeah.
lot of combat at this level.
Another in the bag.
Yeah, there is.
Damn.
I think that's why I personally like it, because my two favorite things about this game and the run in general are the movement and the combat. And that's all this run, or this mission is.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get to angel glide everywhere and kill a bunch of stuff in cool ways.
Okay. We're in business.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. This DT just mops up everything.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for mission 18 for Anemone, and that's also going to do it for me. So good luck Anemone on Toro on the rest of the run, and good luck Cosmic. I'll see y'all in DMC 5.
Good luck.
Peace.
Oh no.
I'm here. Don't worry.
Okay. Let
Let me actually ping
What have
the
they done?
commentaries. What have they done leaving me on this game?
Now, Dante!
You're like, alright, what do I know? Something relatable. I see red numbers. That means he must be doing terrible. Unfortunate.
Come on, let's go!
No, this has been a really good run for both people.
Why was his body
Yeah, it's
in
been really
Mundus
sick.
is merged with his physical body.
And
That's why he's protecting it.
Team
So if we
Yamato
kill his body,
really putting in
we
the
kill
work right
Mundus.
now.
Which is fine, because Cosmic's gonna save it all.
Good, great. Also, well, since
No
Chaos
pressure.
talked, hello, Froob, how's it going? Okay, he's muted. Signal.
What?
Oh, there he is.
He's unmuted.
Okay, he's unmuted. Yay!
Woo!
Hello?
Hello,
Hello.
Froob.
Oh, okay, good. I had to install a bunch of audio drivers and uninstall them yesterday for my RPG Limit Break run, so I didn't know if I broke all my audio or not.
Oh, that would have been unfortunate.
Yeah.
Alright.
Testing
so
these things ahead of time is smart. I didn't do that.
Yeah, it happens. It's been a busy week for everybody. Alright, so we're wrapping up Mundus here on Anemone's side. We're going to be moving into Virgil, and a lot of the Virgil strats really are just going to be doing demon dodges on the whatever attacks he throws at us, and then pulling Virgil to us with Demon Pull and using, you guessed it, Arbiter to deal tons and tons of damage. So, We will see that here coming up in a little bit as Toro is kind of trucking through mission 18 here. And I guess we'll be coming up on time here in a little bit too, because this mission is going to go pretty dang quick. So there's the first bit there. It's going to almost get to the demon dodge there. Breaker. Nice demon dodge again.
That's one generator up and running.
Nice. Ooh, almost gets the dive kick. This is going to be a tough one to call here. I'm going to have to make sure I get ready. Okay, that's it. Okay,
GG.
so GG for Anemone. Gonna switch over to...
Good run.
DmC5.
115.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's like very close to his PB.
Very close. Like
Yep.
2 minutes, roughly.
Yep, and then we'll boot up for Scruff. And let me actually ping him real quick here. Oh my goodness, I lost where is everybody? Okay, weird.
Just accidentally forget to ping Scruff to start.
Yeah,
for a
right.
good, like 10 minutes.
That would suck. Well, I wonder why Rebellion's in the lead now.
Don't tell them our strat. I mean, you kind of ruined it just now.
You know, that's true. Alright, let me switch over the thing here. We will do this right here, and then we gotta go to DmC5 and bring up this right here. And let me switch over the game here real quick, and then we will get into the end of Toro's run, and I will probably toss it over to what's it called, to Chaos and Frube here. I'm gonna be taking my headphones off, by the way, so you're gonna have to ping me in Discord if things happen. I'm just gonna update the commentators right now, so that we just avoid any sort of mishaps here. Waifu, if you want to head out, dude, feel free to.
Yeah, I was gonna bail.
All right, man.
Good luck.
Thanks for
Thank
sticking
you.
around. Appreciate it.
Good runs, waifu.
Thank you.
And with that, maybe we can just take over and start talking about DmC5 a bit already while Toro's still finishing up his run.
Yep, go
So
for
as
it.
we can see, in DmC5, at the very start, we use the air taunt that Nero has as a movement option, because it's faster than walking, since we all know that for some reason Descendants of Sparta have to sacrifice some demon blood to learn running. And yeah, Scruffington is coming up to the first boss fight, which we have to lose as fast as possible. To do that, there is some manipulation you can do by like shooting and taunting at specific times. Some runners have like different versions of doing it, but essentially all of the versions try to get the red fireballs and then the laser at the very end.
Yeah, for reference as well, for those wondering, the MC5's run does require a couple of missions no damage, but obviously for the prologue, you have to take damage.
Exactly, but we are coming up. I've heard all the missions will be damaged now. It's a new strat.
Oh,
No,
that's interesting.
we don't need any red ore.
Sounds like a run I can get back into. Excellent. No,
Yeah,
what?
go ahead.
All right.
No, like Freeb already said, this is the first mission that we do want to know damage. The two following ones, we also want to know damage to have enough red orbs in the end to buy all the things we need for V. With that being said, Scruff is really fast, surprise. It's almost like he's a speedrunner. I think he's played this game before. He's already on the second boss, which is, I mean, it's mission 1, so you'd think for, yeah, whatever. DmC5 has some specialties. Anyway, what he does here is Nero has those arms. Yeah, that is fast. So instead of the demonic arm we saw earlier in DmC4, in DmC5 Nero has breakers that have different abilities. For the first boss and for many bosses after, we use one that it's called Overture. It's the first one we get. And you can just stick it into demons and make it explode, and it does a ton of damage, especially if you use multiple of these things.
Yep, and with those orbs, those extra orbs from no damaging the first mission, they're going to grab Speed, Roulette Spin, Streak, and bullets.
Mundus is merged with his physical
I
body.
assume, yeah, good.
That's why
I was gonna say, I relearned the buy route just for today, just to make sure that I was like actually up to date on this, because it's been a very long time since I did this run. But essentially, oh yeah, go on. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I did some D-Rest runs because I was a backup runner for this. They didn't go too well, so I'm glad I don't have to run. But yeah, so we sacrificed some demon blood to run faster. Make it make sense, please. Why? It's the same for enemy step. Like, okay, you have to sacrifice stuff to learn jumping off things. But yeah, you can already see why we bought the other things. There are some cycles for like these like basic enemies we find here, and they do require just a default air attack, but then we usually do the second one with split to get down to the ground faster while killing them, to get back up fast again. Roulette spin we'll need for the enemies that we'll encounter here. I keep forgetting the names of some of them. I think they're called Hellcairna or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And yeah, here you can see the roulette spin in the air and then like 2 more attacks after and they go down, and that's like the ideal cycle to kill them.
We're also getting into the last mission here for Toro before I say goodbye for like an hour and move into DmC5 as well. So I am going to be calling time for a reboot here once we see how Toro's Virgil fight finishes up. And then, again, if y'all need me, you're going to have to ping me in Discord because I don't want to hear people in my ears the entire time that I'm running.
Toro did a real good job with that previous boss there.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, decent start against Virgil as well, actually. It should also be mentioned very briefly as well. This DmC5 is obviously the special edition run on PS5, which obviously gives us turbo mode that allows the game to be sped up by, is it 1.2 times?
Yep,
something like
1.2, yep. That is correct. Alright. Here we go. End time. Alright, let me switch my feed over.
Nice Virgil boss.